You can divide what good UX design into 3 components: introduction, consumption, and reaction. 3 basic concepts, but extremely important when you're designing your web pages, specifically your VIP portal. User introduction. The internet really is a first impression. You have about no more than 6 seconds to capture your individual, to capture the user, to make sure they want to go into your VIP page, that they want to engage in it. So the first thing they look at is layout. How is the content laid out on the page? The second thing that they look at is credibility. Is this a page that has credible information? Can I use it? And is it useful for me? And lastly is interest. Does it have anything on the page that's interest of me? So it's really hard to visualize this just with words: layout, credibility, and interest. So I'm going to look at a couple of big brand companies that do really well user experience websites to kind of give you an idea of what they do well. How many of you are familiar with Living Social? All right. Do many of you use it? Quite a bit. Why? Is it pretty easy to use? They have a user experience mobile app. They have it online. They have updates. What's really good about Living Social, right away they establish credibility. You have to log into Living Social. So you see your email right off the bat. You have to subscribe to it. So by default, it's credible. But with its layout, it shows a picture of your state or your city or wherever you're getting your Living Social at. It provides a relationship. Establishes credibility. It also establishes the internet connection between the human and the computer. What's big about it, too, is that portals, in a sense, are peer pressured. You look at YouTube, you look at Facebook, even MySpace a couple years back. A lot of it, the success of them, was because of peer influencers. So Living Social does a really good job because of the counters. If you can see, 103 purchased this, 2 days remaining. So there's peer pressure there, as well as a deadline. So it automatically derives some type of engagement. So Living Social does a really good job at laying out its structure and a module-based website that's easy for you to digest and consume. The second thing that user experience does, they set the tone well. With your institutional websites, your websites set a tone. You can go to MIT, and you're going to see a more technological tone to their website, very statistical driven. You may go to Disneyland and see a very fun tone. So user experience is about the tone, about the feeling as well. And the way you establish a tone is by how you frame your content. Again, it goes back to content. It's how do you frame it? Do you frame it with visuals? Do you frame it with typography? Do you frame it with color, with video, with sound? Royal Caribbean, I think it does an amazing example of creating tone. As you can see here, there's very few text or typography on the page, as a designer might say, but the color is vibrant. It sets a tone of worldly opportunities, relaxation. You look at the way they frame their content. Real simple visuals: Bahamas, Caribbean, Europe, how to find a cruise. You don't have to search the page in order to find something. They have a title that's segmented, it's prioritized, and they have a navigation scheme. Thirdly is user reaction. Developing content and delivering content is not enough. You need to deliver valuable content. And content that's not only valuable to you, but content that's valuable to the student. And I'll make this a little bit clear. Here's the Livestrong website here. Their content has nothing about what the org is about. There's no about us. There's nothing here that this is the services that we offer. Their website is very user-based. As you can see, it's made up of their users. They have their upcoming events. They have pictures of individuals who are part of that website. You can ride with Lance Armstrong in Austin. Their website is extremely user experienced for the fact that their users create the content.